UpTheScoreTV is live. I'm your host, Sosavelli, checking in. Let's get straight into the video. Your NFL Week 1 stats are in, and this is your Week 1 recap. Starting off first, the Lions beat the Chiefs, surprisingly, 21-20, just barely inching off a win. The Bengals lost to the Browns, 24-3. The Texans lost to the Ravens, 9-25. The Buccaneers beat the Vikings, going 20-17. The Panthers lost to the Falcons of all teams, 10-24. The Cardinals lost to the Washington Commanders, aka the Washington football team, still in my eyes, 16-20. The Jaguars beat the fuck out the Colts, 31-21. The Niners beat my Steelers, 30-7. The Titans the Titans lost to the Saints, 15-16. The Raiders beat the Broncos by 1 point, going with 17-16. The Eagles beat the Patriots 25-20. The Rams beat the Seahawks 30-13. The Dolphins beat the Chargers 36-34. The Packers beat the Bears 38-20. The Cowboys beat the Giants 40-0. The Giants, you are an embarrassment of an organization. And we have the Browns here, so that's saying a lot. And the Bills managed to lose against the Jets after Aaron Rodgers got hurt 4 plays in the first quarter. They still managed to lose to the Jets of all teams, 16-22. Josh Allen, you're a fraud. Next up, here are your NFC and AFC division standings. Your league leaders of Week 1 going into Week 2 are in. Starting with receiving yards, we have Tyreek Hill at the number 1 slot with 215 yards. Justin Jefferson at the number 2 slot with 150 yards. Brandon Ayuk with 129 yards in the 3rd slot. Tutu Atwell with 119 yards in the 4th slot. And another LA Rams receiver, Puka Nacua, with 119 yards in the 5th slot. For your league leader in passing yards, we have Tua with 466 yards in the 1st slot. Kirk Cousins with 344 yards in the 2nd slot. Matthew Stafford with 334 yards in the 3rd slot. Mac Jones, of all people, with the 4th slot with 316 yards. And Derek Carr with the 5th slot with 305 yards. And finally, your league leaders in rushing yards for Week 1 going into Week 2, we have Christian McCaffrey with the number 1 slot with 152 yards. Breece Hall with 127 yards in the 2nd slot. Austin Eckler with 117 yards in the 3rd slot. Nick Chubb with 106 yards in the 4th slot. And Joshua Kelly in the 5th slot with only 91 yards. Lastly, we have your AFC and NFC players of the week. Starting with the AFC, your offensive player of the week is Tua Tagovailoa with 66.2 completion percentages, 466 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 110% pass rating. For defense, we have Jordan Whitehead with 2 tackles and 3 picks. And for your special teams player of the week, we have Xavier Gibson with the game-winning 65-yard punt return touchdown in overtime. For the NFC, your offensive player of the week is Brandon Ayuk with 8 receptions, 129 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. For the defense, Jesse Bates has 10 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 1 forced fumble. And for the special teams player of the week, we have Jake Elliott with 13 points and went 4 for 4 from the field goal. These are the final undefeated teams of Week 1 going into Week 2. But all right, y'all, what did y'all think about this video? What did you think about Week 1 of the NFL? Is your team undefeated, and will they still be undefeated going into Week 3? Let me know all that and more down below in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button. Don't forget to share it. And if you like NFL highlights, check out my shorts. I post NFL highlights weekly. This is Tony Sosavelli checking out.